For this exercise, we have the stationary bike, and what we are going to be doing here to start off are just some half moves. So they're just half pedals in order to get a little bit of range of motion if they are able. So just go ahead and pedal all the way down and stop, and then come up. It's really important to know that we're using the uninfected leg in order to push, so we can passively move the affected leg. And then once they are able, we can then use the uninfected leg to go ahead and rotate all the way around, Danny, for me. And then get that full range of motion passively on the other side. And then we'll go from here. Then we're gonna head inside and do some marble pickups. Come on in. So then here we are going to be doing marble pickups. What this entails is taking off the shoe and sock, like Danny already did, and then we are going to use our toes to go ahead and crunch up those marbles. In our case, we're using pieces of paper. You can use whatever you have handy and put them into a specific place in order to work all the muscles of the foot. So using plantar flexion to try to pick them up, dorsiflexion to move them up, a little bit of eversion, and then inversion, eversion to go inside to side, and that entails marble pickups. So for this exercise, we have treadmill push-off. What we're doing here is we're working on the gait, working on the posterior chain, and that push-off transition of the walking and the gait. So what Danny's going to do here, she's going to heel strike, and then move the weight to the forefoot and push it back. And she's going to keep repeating this and keep walking, making sure her hands are stable, really utilizing the affected leg, pushing off, and the unaffected leg will be on the base on the side, so it's not on the treadmill, on the roller at all. So this is treadmill walk, push, again working on gait. And then from this one, we're going to come over here and transition. Now this is clocks or cone taps. For our purposes, we just use TheraBand. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a solid steady surface for her to hold on to. So go ahead and we're going to use our affected leg up on the Bosu ball, hold on to our surface nice and steady, and we are going to be tapping in each different directions. Again, working on strength, working on stability, proprioception, coordination. And then I could just be right here. Again, she has a surface to protect and hold herself and balance herself. And we repeat this multiple times. And for our next exercise, we will do the ladder drill. So this incorporates a little bit of agility, coordination, and balance as we are progressing them back to play, working and making sure those ankles are nice and stable. So what we will be doing is the icky shuffle. So from here, we're going to go 2 feet in and plant. Then we're really working on that balancing, working on landing, and then exploding off of that, backing in. And so Danny, go ahead. We can start this nice and slow to progress them and speed it up as they go along. And as they feel more comfortable, nicely done. And so from that exercise, next we're going to go to our med ball toss. And what this will incorporate is med ball with our athlete. They're going to go on their involved leg. So go ahead up on that right leg. And what we are going to do is we're just going to play catch. What we're incorporating again is that core, ankle stability, leg stability, and making it work all together. So a nice little bend in the knee, tight core. And then I'm just going to pass it back, and she's going to load, and pass it back to me, and one more time, and pass it back to me, making her feel more confident and comfortable on that leg. So my activity of everyday living is going to be toileting. So it's actually the action of sitting down and getting up off of the toilet. So my 3 activities that we are going to progress are going to be weight shifts into TRX squats into Bosu ball squats. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have our athlete come over and grab something nice and sturdy. And what we are going to do is we're going to weight shift onto our unaffected leg to our affected leg, putting as much pressure as we are able, and then coming all the way back off. Learning how to adjust the weight, making sure that we can eventually equally bear weight on both feet. From this, I would then progress it into a TRX squat. Our budget didn't really afford a TRX, so we made one with bands. We do what we can around here. being creative. So then we would have our athlete take our modified TRX, go ahead and tighten the core, scoot back as far as we can, feet shoulder width apart, and then nice and easy go down and squat to about that toilet height level. So from there, nice backing up and slow and controlled down, making sure we're bearing weight on both legs evenly. And then one more time for me. Nice and down, and then come right back up. From here, we would progress this movement to an unsteady surface. So we have our Bosu ball, and we will be performing Bosu ball squats. To ensure the safety of our athlete, I'll be here to spot her. So we are going to step up there nice and easy. Same thing, core nice and tight. Engage the glutes, hams, and go ahead and do a nice little squat for me. Nice and easy, and back up, and then back down. And then we're going to go ahead and step back up, nice and easy, and back down. Again, working on learning how to sit down on the toilet and get off from the toilet, making sure we're not compensating on one leg to another. And this is what I would do to help my athlete get on and off the toilet. So for our sport-specific transition, the first thing we are going to do is we're going to try to get them back into dribbling, that foot to ball coordination. That's what we're going to work on. So for the 3 exercises that we have for that, we are going to start off with our modified BAPS board. We use a BAPS board in the clinic. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and try to steady that knee. Then from here, we're just going to work counterclockwise motion, trying to get the range of motion back in that ankle. And then we would also work our clockwise motion. Once this phase is done, next thing we're going to do is go ahead and stand up for me. We are going to go into taps. Nice and quick. This is going to work again a little bit more endurance, that coordination, the balance. So nice and easy, back and forth, trying to stay up on those toes, getting that motion back in. We can do this one for time, and again work on that endurance. Nice and easy, perfect. Then from here, for our last exercise, we're gonna incorporate the actual soccer ball, and we're gonna have them dribble from point A to point B in between our feet. So nice and easy, go ahead. And once they feel comfortable with that, we can speed it up as we go along, making them get more and more comfortable back on their ankle. And that's the progression for dribbling.